Okay, so to get started, you need to set up an account with G Suite. So the URL I've got here is gsuite.google.com/signup/basic. Kind of long, so just check the video description and I've got the link listed there for you. So once you're here, go ahead and click Next and put your business name. Just gonna make something up. How many employees you have and where you're located. Put an email address that you currently have access to. Now I'm going to, now it's asking me if I have a domain already, which I already do. I typically register through hover.com. You can also do it through GoDaddy. There are several services where you can register your domain of choice. If you need to register a domain, in the video description, there's a link to Hover. I'm going to click Yes, I have one, and I'll put that in here. Click Next. And this screen's just letting you know that that emails are not going to be affected until you've completely finished setup with G Suite. So if you're switching from another email provider to G Suite, you don't have to worry about disrupting your email flow until the very last step. Go ahead and click Next. Put in your name and select a username that you'd like for your account. Keep in mind, this is going to be basically the admin account on your for your entire account. So when you log back into trying to access all of this, you'll go to admin.google.com and you'll use this username to access everything, like your billing information. Make sure I remember what I put. Okay, click Next. All right, now you just got to check this box that you're not a robot and click Agree and Continue. All right, now it's time to set up your domain. So you're going to arrive at this screen at admin.google.com, sign into your account if you weren't led here already. Go ahead and click on Start to add people to your G Suite account. So this is just going to be other users. So if you have other team members or employees that you want to have their own accounts, and keep in mind that every person you add here will be charged, your account will be billed $5 per month per user that you have. So add any people if you would like to. And when you've completed that, click this box. I added all user email addresses currently using and hit Next. Okay, so now this is the important part. You need to verify your domain. So this scares this scares a ton of people, and it's not that bad. We just need to add this meta tag to your website. So let's see, if you click on or choose a different method, I prefer to add a domain host record. So click on that, and it's going to guide you through all the steps. Basically, we need to log back into wherever you've registered your domain, and we're going to add a TXT record. And this lets Google know that, hey, I actually own this, this domain name, and I'm allowed to make an email address. So you'll just go down and check the boxes. So it says, it looks like your domain is hosted with Hover, which it is. Open it up and log in. So I'll say I have logged in. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, once you're in your Hover account, click on Your Account and then Domains. And then go ahead and find your specific domain that you want to use for G Suite. And then click on it. Okay, so now you'll see you're in the Overview section. Go ahead and click on DNS, which is right up top next to Overview. And here we're going to add the TXT record that Google needs in order to verify that we own the domain. So go ahead and click back over to your Setup G Suite page and say that you've opened the control panel. Okay, and now we've arrived at the TXT record. So you'll notice that in the name section, it has the @ sign. That means it's at your root domain. Whenever they put the @ sign, it just means that it's at your normal domain. For the value, answer, destination section, just click on that and copy it so that you have it saved. Go ahead and click back to your Hover account and press Add Record. And you want the type to be TXT. The host name is the @ symbol. And the content, go ahead and paste what you copied and click Add Record. Great, you've added your record. That was easy. So let's go back over to G Suite and say you did it and that you saved it. Perfect. So that's all you have to do in order to verify that you own the domain. Great job. Okay, so now we're just going to add the MX record so that your email will start working. So go ahead and click this box. I have opened the control panel for my domain. That's our Hover account. And now we're just going to see a whole bunch of MX records that we need to add. So we actually need to add all of these MX records individually in order to make your email work. So let's get started. So just click on the first one, the value destination, and copy what's there, and then just memorize priority 1. They're all going to have the @ sign because they're all at your root domain. So priority 1, and you've got this copied. And go over to your Hover account, and we're going to add a record, MX record. The host name is the @ symbol. The priority for this one is 1, and then paste that into the mail server section. Leave this as the default and click new record. Now we'll do it for the second one. This one is priority 5. So add a record, MX, host is @ priority 5, mail server, that, new record. Great, so you just keep doing that all the way down to the 5th one. This one's priority 5 as well. Oops. Priority 5, mail server, new record. All right, MX. So you get the idea. It's pretty straightforward here. We have one more record to add. Okay, so this is our last one. We'll hit new record. Go back to your G Suite and say I created the new MX records. So now you need to delete any old MX records. And this is the moment that if you're switching from another email service, this is the moment that you'll stop getting emails passing through your old email provider, and it'll start flowing through Google instead. So big moment. If you don't have any other email, then don't worry about this. You'll have one MX record that will be set up automatically. So you'll see in my records, I have MX, and it's a default MX record that Hover sets up in the event that I'm going to be using Hover's email. So you might, if you're on GoDaddy, you'll see something like this that just looks like some sort of random MX record. Go ahead and delete that. Press the X on the right. And then check if you have any other MX records that are not Google's and delete those if you do. All right, now click back over here and mark the checkbox that you've deleted it and saved it. All right, so you've added all your MX records, and now you're just going to verify domain and set up email, and that's your last button to press. So this will just take a little bit of time, but everything should be set up perfectly. All right, it says you've successfully switched your email to G Suite, and now they'll be routed through your G Suite account. Woohoo! And now it'll let you pick a plan. So you don't have to put in your billing information now. If you do put in your billing information, it still won't bill you until the end of your 14 days. So it's kind of helpful if you just do it now so you don't forget if you're really committed that you do want to do this. I recommend not doing the $10 a month package and instead choosing the G Suite Basic, $5 a month per user. It usually is good enough for most people, unless you have some very complicated business. So choose that one. And this is your Google admin dashboard. So this is the billing section of your admin dashboard. You can get to this at a future date by just going to admin.google.com and logging into the email address that you set up initially when you set up G Suite. You'll be able to access adding new users and all that sort of thing. I'll create a new video to show the details of all that, but that's how you set up email on a customized a domain name. Thanks for watching.